Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Domonique. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm here with a highly requested video. We're going to be talking all about breastfeeding and pumping today. But before we get into the video, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are on so you are notified every time I upload a new video. If you're not yet following me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, make sure you go ahead and follow me there. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So first I want to start out by talking about the colostrum, which is the milk that comes in before your actual milk comes in. And it's basically the milk that is high in protein. It helps the baby fight off infections and helps to build their immune system. So my boobs started to leak while I was pregnant, and it's the closer I got to my due date, the more they started to leak. But my boobs started to leak around 28 to 30 weeks. And at first, they would leak like on and off. I would wake up in the morning, my shirt be a little wet. And I'm like, what in the world? But I Googled it. Google was my best friend when I was pregnant. It still is. But I just Googled it, and they said that it was normal for your boobs to leak while you were pregnant. So I really didn't think too much about it, and I asked my doctor about it, and she was like, it's just fine. So my boobs started to leak, and after I had her, I started to pump, and my milk, by the way the nurses acted, like my milk really came in heavy. They was like, some women only get a couple of drops, but I was like almost filling up a bottle, one of those bottles they give you in the hospital, and they were like really surprised. I'm gonna try to find like one of these bottles right here. I was probably coming to right here, and sometimes I will come like up right here. She hasn't taken any formula or anything like this, but they just gave me these at the hospital, and I just had them sitting over here. But I just might give them to someone else whose baby drinks formula. But I just showed it to you just to show you how much milk I was getting from the beginning, which they were really surprised. And one thing I was really scared about with breastfeeding was the thing people say, like their breasts get really sore and chapped, and they might start bleeding. While I was pregnant, I would use Vaseline, and I'll also use the avocado oil that I talked about in like all of my pregnancy update videos, and I would just make sure I keep everything moisturized. And I still do that now because I do not want to go through that. I've heard so many horror stories about it getting chapped, bleeding, and it hurting. You are going to get like knots in your breast from breastfeeding, especially when your milk is coming in and you haven't pumped or your baby haven't nursed. But the thing to do is massage those knots out. And to me, it was like a relief, especially after I had pumped or she had fed. I would get in the shower and I would just like massage upward, and the milk would just drain out, or it would just like help loosen those knots up and just make it feel a lot better. I wouldn't say that it was painful, and I will still get like knots now when I haven't pumped or she haven't nursed. So what I do is just massage those knots out, and to me it really doesn't hurt. You know, it's uncomfortable, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it's not like too painful, not nothing that you can't deal with. In the beginning, I did experience like cramping while she nursed or while I pumped, and that's normal. Now I don't feel any cramping while I nurse her or anything like that. I started to pump as soon as I got home. So she nurses and she gets fed out the bottle. The bottle that she uses is the Avent brand or the Philips brand. I will insert a photo showing you guys the bottle that she uses, but she does well. She doesn't get confused between the nipples, and she is starting to wake up. So she didn't get confused between the nipples. So either I nurse her or I give her the bottle, just whichever one is convenient for me. throughout the night, I mostly just nurse her because I don't have time to get up and try to pump and make a bottle or warm up milk. Ain't nobody got time for that. So the thing that has helped me with pumping is this bra right here. So if you're thinking about pumping, this is something you need to invest in because it's a bra where you just put little cups in and it holds the suctions, so you can have your hands free. You can be on the computer, you can have the baby on your shoulder, yeah, like you'll have your hands free. And the pump is also in a bag like this where you can just put it on your shoulder and just walk around with it, because it has two ways you can get power. You can either use batteries or you can connect it to an outlet. So if you need to wash dishes or something, you can have your bra on and have your batteries in here and just be pumping while you're washing dishes. So it's really, 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 really convenient. This is the pump that I have. This is the Mandela Pump and Style Advanced, and it's a double breast pump. It's the on-the-go tote. You have 2 phases, and this is basically used for daily use, designed for moms who pump several times a day. So I absolutely love this pump. I definitely recommend this pump. I didn't do a lot of research on different types of breastfeeding pumps. I just knew I needed a pump when I got home from the hospital, and Sean just went to Target and I just told him to get this one right here because it just had a lot of good reviews on Target's website. So that's why I got this pump. But I absolutely love this pump. So definitely invest in this bra if you're going to be pumping. And this is the Mandela brand also. Another bra that you need to invest in if you're just going to be nursing is a bra like this that has the snaps. That you can snap down and nurse your baby, and you can snap it back up. I got this one from Target and also have a few from Motherhood. So yeah, just find you a maternity bra, and I promise you, you will thank me later. Like, this is so convenient. Getting Skylar latched on was not a problem. She did really well with latching on in the beginning. I feel like for me it was difficult because I was new to it and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I was doing it right. So thankfully I had a sister who nursed her kids to help me out and make sure I was getting her latched on properly, because if you don't get them latched on properly, it can really hurt, and breastfeeding should not hurt at all. So thankfully my sister helped me, and she helped me learn different positions. Just Google nursing positions, and I promise you, Google is your best friend. So you can look up different positions that you can use to nurse them. Like a nursing pillow is something that you need to put on your list if you haven't purchased one, and I wish I would have brought it in here, but it's basically like the half moon pillow, and you can put it right around your stomach and have the baby laying right there. And again, your hands can be free while they are nursing. You can be on the computer, on your phone, doing whatever you want to do. So definitely invest in a nursing pillow because you can use it for a variety of different things also. I also went and saw a lactation specialist, and she was like, I don't even know why you came and saw me, but I had already booked that appointment before my sister had helped me get her latched on and just made sure I was doing everything right. I still wanted to go see the lactation specialist and make sure I was doing everything right, and just ask her other questions that I felt like I needed for her to answer. And the biggest question that I asked her was how to store the milk. How long should I store it, and like when should I throw it out? And she basically gave me the 6-6-6 rule. Oh gosh, I don't like saying that. But basically it can be out for 6 hours. it can be in the refrigerator for 6 days and in the freezer for 6 months. But of course, if you look it up and different lactation specialists tell you different things, that is just what my lactation specialist told me to do with the milk. You can also invest in nipple cream, or you can just use plain old Vaseline. I did get nipple cream, but I feel like it's the same thing as Vaseline. So I feel like Vaseline will do the trick. Also, something else that you're going to need is nursing pads, because your boobs will leak, especially if it's time for your baby to nurse. Your boobs are going to start leaking and it will mess your clothes up. So these pads come in handy. I know they have some that are, that you can put in the washing machine and like use over and over again, but I just feel like these are so convenient. You use them, throw them away, and that is that. But this is just Walmart brand. I did have like a more expensive brand, but after I went through that box, I was like, oh no, these will do the trick. Also, if you're going to be pumping and storing your milk, bags for your milk is so important. They look like this. This is Walmart brand, Parents' Choice. And basically it has a line where you can write how much milk is in this bag, the date you pumped it, the time, and like the name. But I don't really write nothing in the name slot. I usually just put 6 ounces in each bag, put it in the freezer. I already have a lot of milk already stored up, which is really good, because whenever I decide to stop breastfeeding and pumping, I will have milk already stored up in the freezer that she can continue to drink. That is basically it about breastfeeding and pumping. I do pump either after she nurses, and she nurses about every 4 hours, which I feel like is really good. At night she may go longer sometimes. It just all depends, but most of the time she nurses every 4 hours. Or when I bottle feed her, I actually know how much she's getting to drink, and she drinks a little bit more because I feel like she sleeps a little bit longer when I give her the actual bottle. So I may start to give her the bottle at night before she go to sleep, so I can let her drink as much as she wants and drink a lot of milk so she can sleep a little bit longer throughout the night. But that is basically it. That is the update on breastfeeding and pumping and everything I've learned so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I have taught you something. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a big old thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't checked out any of these videos right here, make sure you go ahead and click on them. Stay up to date with my videos. But I will see you guys next time.